Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Book It and Cook It. I'm Vicki Fleshour. I'm in the kitchen by myself today. Mark will be joining me later. Today we're going to do pizza sauce, and our spice of the month is fennel. So we're going to make some pizza sauce using the fennel, and then we're going to make some grilled pizza out on our Masterbuilt grill. So this recipe is really simple to do. Everything just goes in a pot and simmers on the stove for an hour. So we have in our recipe 2 cans of tomato sauce. We have 2 cans of tomato sauce, a can of tomato paste, and I'm using all red gold stuff, which was made in Indiana in Elwood. And we have a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, a tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 to 2 teaspoons of fennel seed, which has been crushed. And this is fennel seed. I'm going to crush that. And a teaspoon of onion powder and a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then half a teaspoon of salt. A little bit about fennel. The word marathon originates from the Greek word for fennel. Marathon because the site of the famous 490 BC Battle of Marathon was covered in fennel plants. Interesting. And also, from bulbs to leaves, all parts are edible. And even the seeds are used as a spice and a popular digestive aid in India. It's a key host plant for the swallowtail butterfly. So you can plant fennel in your garden and you'll get butterflies. So we're going to add all these ingredients to our stock pot. And we'll just simmer them up here. So we've got 2 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce. And like always, I'll put the recipe in the comments, in the description. We've got our tomato paste. I make a lot of pizza sauce and I can it. So I have a lot of pizza sauce on my shelf in the garage. My recipe does not call for fennel, so we're making one that does. Get those out of the way. Bring them a little bit closer so you can see this. And then to that, we're going to add a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and a tablespoon of dried oregano, and a teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder. And I'm going to also show you my recipe later for pizza dough, which is from my sister. Really a simple pizza dough recipe. And we need a half a teaspoon of salt. I'll just use this. About half. And then our fennel seeds. these are already crushed up. So that's all the ingredients, and then you're just gonna stir this together. Bring it up to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer and let it simmer for an hour. And this, I don't know how saucy you all like your pizzas, but we like ours a little saucy, so this will probably make 2, maybe 3 good-sized pizzas. So I'm gonna let this come up to a boil, and we'll come back in a little while and show you what it looks like simmering. Okay, I'm back, and our sauce is boiling, starting to boil, as you can see here. So I'm going to turn it down to a simmer, and it says to cover it, and like I said, simmer it for an hour. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll show you how to make some pizza dough, and we'll grill up some pizza later. Okay, while the pizza sauce is simmering, I'm going to show you how I make pizza dough. This recipe is from my sister. Many years ago, my mom made all of us memory cookbooks, and she wrote down some recipes for all of us that are near and dear to our hearts, and this is from my sister Melinda. So this pizza dough is a tablespoon of yeast, and you're gonna put that in some warm water. You don't want the water too hot or it will kill your yeast. Down the way you can see, my camera doesn't move. So in here I have a cup of warm water, and we're gonna put a tablespoon of yeast in there. I keep my yeast in the refrigerator. You can keep it in the freezer as well. And if you keep it in the fridge, I get it out a little bit before, but to try to get it to room temperature, but you don't have to, don't worry about that. So, and then to feed our yeast, we need a little bit of sugar. So we're gonna put a teaspoon of sugar in here. Right, yes. So a teaspoon of sugar in this yeast. That'll give it some food to eat. And we're just gonna let that hang out. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. Let that hang out a little bit and let that start blooming. And in this bowl, I have 2½ cups of flour. And we are going to add a teaspoon of salt. To that. Mix that around. Kind of make a well in the middle for that liquid. Get a pair of gloves here so I can mix it. My favorite color, pink. So we're going to mix this up. Side. Pour this in here. If it seems wet, you can add a little more flour. But just gonna mix that up until it comes together. This is a super simple dough recipe. I'm gonna blow this up a little bit. And you can use this right away, or you can leave it set, which is what I'm going to do. and I will just cover it with a towel and it's gonna rise. But you can also just use it right away. And it makes 2 pizzas, 2 like 12-inch pizzas. What we do is we make little individual pizzas, and then that way you can have whatever you want on your pizza. Not everybody likes the same thing. This comes together right like that. I'm going to put a little oil on this after I get it together a little bit more, just so it doesn't stick to the bowl while it's rising. And this recipe is a tablespoon of yeast, 1 cup of warm water, 2½ cups of flour, a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of oil. If you are going to use it right away, you're going to incorporate the oil into it also. So before you add any more flour or water, add your oil. This is pretty much mixed. You can see that. Get some oil. And I'm just going to pour a little bit of oil on top of this. You can measure it if you want to. And then I just kind of smooth it over and roll it around the bowl like that. And then you can set it in a warm place. You can turn on the light in your oven, cover it and set it in there. You can also turn your oven on to 200, let it heat up, and then turn it off. Important to turn it off, and then you can set your bowl in the warm oven that way as well too. But always cover it with a clean towel. And then that's all there is to this pizza dough. So we're gonna let this sit out for a while. We got about 40 minutes left on our pizza sauce, and then we'll get to making some pizza. All right, the sauce has been simmering for well over an hour, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. It smells amazing, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious on our pizza. So I've got the pizza crust over here. I've got one. We make, like I said, we make small pizzas. There's the crust. So I'm going to get these put together, and then we'll show you what the grill setup looks like when I get the pizzas put on. All right, Mark and I are at the grill at the Masterbuilt. I'll show you what our setup is here. We got the pizza stone in there, and he's gonna, the pizza dough made 5 little pizzas. So what we have found out the hard way was to cook the pizza dough first for a little bit before you put any sauce or toppings on. So that's what we're doing. And then we're going to put toppings on those. So we'll come back at the end and have a taste test. The pizzas are in the oven, a couple of them. That's what they look like. Here's what they're looking like before they go on there. Got our toppings over here. There's our sauce. It's nice and thick. It's a thick pizza sauce. And it tastes good. I tried it. Okay. Back to cooking. Okay. We've got the pizzas done. Here they are. So let's give this a try. Like I said, I tried the pizza sauce earlier and it tasted really good. So we'll try this with the pizza. That's pretty good. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I don't remember what we're doing next month, but come back and watch us. So we're always on the first Thursday. We upload our videos and they're available at 6 p.m. the first Thursday of the month, Eastern time. So thank you for joining me today.